Imagine a world where anyone can create professional videos without breaking the bank. Shotcut remains the top free and open source alternative to After Effects. By pushing Shotcut to its limit, we can create amazing results. I have found 4 popular After Effects effects and we will recreate them in Shotcut. This is to prove that Shotcut can compete with After Effects as long as you fully understand the software. For the first part of the video, we'll be focusing on an orientating outline. So the first thing you gotta do just to have the video where you want like the lines to actually orientate at. So I'll be using like a Shotcut logo. Just take it and put it straight to your playlist. From your playlist, you put it straight to your first video track. From the first video track, you go straight to filters, to plus, then you write position, then you add your position. Then I want how big you want your logo to be. So I want it around 50. 50 is okay. Then you can just come here. Copy all. You can just copy this, you put it straight on video track number 2. Then okay, now I have 2 tracks, so I want like the below one to be a little bit bigger than the one above. So from here, my original video is 540, so from the size I'll just say 560 because I want it to be a little bit bigger. Then from here, you come here, you can add your blade depending on what kind of a blade that you want. There's so many blades, so I'll be using this kind of a blade. Just make it increase it a little bit. Then you can just turn on this. You can see that kind of a blade which outlines the previous logo. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So from here, you just click here, go straight to Blacksmith. From Blacksmith, you just click new, then you name like a Blacksmith name. Call it spin, then you just click OK. Then Blacksmith will automatically open. So guys, when you're on Blacksmith, just go straight to this shape, then you go straight to this square, then select this side of your shape, go straight there. Then you just drag this X, you put it straight in the middle there. Then you can just go straight to that timer. I want it from here until 40. From 40, I wanted this to turn around like this. Just make sure it's straight, super straight. Then from here, you can just come to click X. From here, you can just save it. So we'll be cutting this a little bit. I know it's a little bit tiring, but that's what you gotta do. Just come straight to the beginning. So now we cannot see our video. Just go straight here, just click reload. Then you can see that small part behind the video. Let's play it. Okay, then you can see from around this area like the video just stops, so we just go to have it maybe around that area. Just click S, just delete this part. You just copy the previous one, copy this, you Control V. Then from here you go straight to Blacksmith, you just go straight to reverse, Control V, then straight to the beginning, Control Shift Q to hide the box. Then let's play it. Obviously you have to cut straight there just to make sure like the rotating outline is the same, ends exactly where like your video ends. And that's all for the first part of the video. So for the second part of the video, we will be focusing on the spotlight mask. So let's go straight to it. So the first thing you gotta do just to click Ctrl I twice to create 2 video tracks. Then you go straight to open others, go straight to your text, then you just write the word that you want to write. So I'll be writing Shotcut. Then you just click straight to your timeline. Just make sure your word is straight on track number 1. You come here, you turn on the grid, then you just make sure you go straight to put it there. You just snap there. Just you come downwards from here, you change like the text size, you put it around 130 depending on how you want how big you want your word to be. Then you come from here, you just write 0 there, you go downwards, you put it on the middle, then boom, we are just done with the text. You come here, go straight to color, go to your color, just choose black, then you just click OK, you add straight to your timeline. So now you cannot see your text. Go straight to your filters, come here, then from here you just write mask. Then from the mask section we'll go to simple shape. So from your simple shape, that's what we can see. Just come here, rectangle, go straight to your ellipse, So just make sure, let's just write 216. Then you can see my circle is small over there. Just go straight to operation, then you go straight to subtract, then it will show like the inside circle. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. Then I can turn off the grid. You can see now I can see only the circle part. So I'll just come here. So it's time for me to actually mask. It's time for me to animate everything that I'm doing. So let's go straight to it. So come downwards here, just go straight to where you see position, which means this is a keyframe for the position. Just make sure you're straight in the beginning. Just click on that, then it will send you automatically. So you can just guess around this area. You want maybe to see this O, maybe around here. I want to see my card here. Then around this area you go back to the beginning. Then you just keep a little bit, just drag this, make it a little bit big, just like that. So you can just click here just to zoom in. You can just make this one a little bit closer to that one. You can just change this and you can make it smooth depending on how you want it to be. Sometimes you can even make it like a little bit cubic depending on how you want it to be. So go here, we're gonna make it a little bit cubic, just like that. The same from here, is out, go straight to cubic. Click Ctrl Shift Q to remove that box. Put it straight to the beginning. Let's see. Okay, we're just done with number 2. We'll be going straight to number 3. For the third part of the video, we'll be focusing on a year slider. I already have a video on how to create a year slider on Shotcut, but we'll be using like a different method. Let's go straight to it. So you just come here, go straight to your color, just make it a little bit black for the first color, then you add it straight to your timeline. It'll go straight to your first video track. Then you do the same on second one. Just make sure the second one is a little bit white, then you also add it on the timeline. So on top I will have the white one. So you go straight to your filters, you come here, then you just go straight to text, then you obviously you go to text symbol, then you just add your years. So I want you to add 2020, then we got 2025. Then from here you just go downwards. Obviously we kill that one, we change the color to black. Then we just come straight here, we just go straight to drop. Then we start to turn on this, we generate drop until 2020, until this area. And then from here you just come here, you just write this name, go to add this blur, then you can just edit a little bit just like that. Just make sure your text is going that way, so you can see like your year here below and on top fading a little bit. So you go straight to your text, obviously you just go downwards until 2020. Just make sure you're in the middle, just put it there. You can just come downwards, then you go straight to where you see position, then we can just add a keyframe from here, then we come straight around, maybe here I want to be 25. Then you go back to your timeline. You can turn off like your grid from here displayed. Perfect. So the last thing you can do is just come here, you can just change this, and you can just make it a little bit cubic, is out on the cubic side. Then click Ctrl Shift Q to hide that box, and that's it. So the difference between this one and the previous one is just you can see like when the words they are fading out on this one. So that's the main difference. Okay, for the final part of the video, we'll be focusing on the light strip. So let's go straight to it. So the first thing that you gotta do is just to insert like the logo that you'll be using or whatever image you'll be using. You click Ctrl I twice to create two video tracks. Take the one, put it straight below. Then from here, you just come straight to filters, go straight to plus, go straight to position. So from position, you just all you have to do is just to scale this a little bit downwards. So I'll gonna scale it on maybe around 40, 50. I think 50 is okay. I think 50 is okay. Then for the second part, you go straight to number 2. You just come here, just click color. So there are so many different ways to create this, but I'll be just doing it the easiest way. Just go add straight to your timeline. You just drag this, you put it there, you come straight here. Then from your background, just come here, you just click drop. Then you just go straight to drop rectangle. Then from here, just turn on the grid so you can see where you want to crop. Come from around this area until do the same around that area. You can just increase like your grid to be 16 by 16 so you can see you are doing the right thing. Still drop it a little bit. Okay, so now we just click here just to go straight to your original color. Turn off the grid. You go straight from this, just click transparent so that you can see like your actual logo. Then from here, you go straight here, go straight to position, go straight there. So the first thing you gotta do, just turn this a little bit on the side, just drag this straight from here. Then you just go straight from the beginning, just click there. That's where you want it to be, maybe around here. You want it to drag it. Then go straight to the beginning, just play it. Then from there, go straight to your timeline, go straight to the beginning, come here, just search a mask or play, or just search this name. This increase it a little bit. You can see just like that. That's exactly what I want. So you don't actually need to add opacity. It's just for me personally, I really love to add opacity, a little bit of an opacity. Then you can also add unpre-multiply alpha, just like that. Then you can push this upwards. Just make sure just make sure it's unpre-multiply alpha. Then you add a blur. Then you put your opacity towards the end. Then you come straight to your logo. You go straight to your position. You just copy the value of the size. Then you go straight to your top. Then re-add the drop filter. Then from the size, you just pasted that. You can see your square will be straight on your corner. Then you go straight to your original square. Then you copy like the position. So my position is 650 times 270. Then you to the last drop. You just paste here. Then write 270 this side. Then it will just be exactly where in the middle, in the center. Then you just click transparent. Then boom, you are done with it. Click Ctrl Shift Q to hide the box. That's it. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Just let me know what I shall be doing in the next video so that I can do exactly what you want me guys to do. See you on the next one. Bless.